I just saw an old woman. She's like 90 years old. And she's hobbling down the road with one of these nasty little masks on. And I said to her, why you got that mask on? She said, ooh, why are you asking? I said, well, COVID's not about. She said, isn't it? My friends just had it. I said, did she die? And then she didn't hear me because she's over the other side of the road. And then she was continuing on about this flu. I don't want to get flu. I'm like, So she's walking alone down the street with a mask on because she doesn't want to get flu. Kill her. COVID, flu, meteorite, kill her. What use are these people? You know, people don't care. How many people go and see their old mum and old dad? Nobody cares. And if anybody does it, it's only because they feel they have to. Oh, I've got to go and see mum or dad. And if I don't go, oh, you've not been for a few days, poor old me. I could have fallen. Oh dear, whatever. And don't you just want to go, get in your fucking box already? Get in your fucking box. My daughter's got a grandma. And fucking hell, she's like 86. She don't remember fuck all. She looks, she's scary as fuck to look at. A fucking zombie corpse with blotchy purple fucking veiny skin stretched over the skeleton. That's what it is. And the fuckers just keep feeding them and feeding them. No, it's not correct, people. It's not correct. As soon as they can't fucking fill in a test which proves their compos mentis and they've got at least a little bit quality of life, it's got to be over. It really has. The future of humanity, it's got to be like Brave New World, where there are no old fuckers. It's just ridiculous. If they can't do like 10 press-ups, 10 squats, and lift a fucking 20 kilo dumbbell and hold it out there for like 10 seconds, that's what I say. What do you say? Don't give me no sympathetic bullshit. If you really look at it, what is the purpose of being that old and stupid? It's not like they're continuing to gather data and they're going to take it with them wherever they go. No, the chances are most of them have never really gathered anything that's ever going to be any use to any fucker. And most certainly when they get to like about 50 years old, they stop fucking gathering any data at all. Look at this dray up there. That's a cool fucking dray in a good position. Very nice, that one is. And then there's one further up. Yeah, they've got a nice position. And then that one's right up there. Oh, there's two right up there next to each other. Most people have no awareness that you've got all these squirrels' homes all over the place. And it's very difficult to see them until winter time when it strips the deciduous trees of their leaves. Anyway, I'm talking about culling the old folk, the useless, the waste of resources, the burden, the liability. just cause everybody to have a conscience and get riddled with guilt. It's not fair. It's not correct. No! I personally, I don't want to suffer guilt for 30 years of my life because I'm not gonna go and see my old mum every fucking day. I've got a life to live. And I'll be saying, Jesus, take the bitch. Just take the bitch, okay? Otherwise I might just fucking get a cushion, do the job on her. No one will ever know. She just died peacefully in her sleep. Mum, what of it? Yeah, what of it? The Awakened Bro's been naughty today, isn't he? He's been so naughty. He's a naughty boy, you know. He's a very naughty boy. But you know, there are certain measures that the Awakened One would take if he became Lord and Master of the cosmos. Yes, it would be a brave new world. It would be a beautiful world, and people wouldn't be burdened with the foolish, the idiots, and all of these that just need so much devotion, but to no avail. There has to be some sort of quantifying. People will have to go before a board and have to be, okay, so what can you offer society? What can you offer the world? A bit of knitting. What, like woolly warmers and that sort of... Okay, well, anyone need a woolly warmer? Need a woolly warmer? Oh. Yes, okay. Give her 3 more weeks. Just long enough to make 3 more woolly warmers. And then put an end to it, because there's no purpose. Really. Anyway. Moving on. How silly are people? How really, really silly are they? They are. And it's kind of like, you know, people will mention someone. For instance, you know, I would, you know, sing songs about, you know, Russell Brand with his intellect, and, you know, Jordan Peterson, and, you know, whoever. And then there's always someone in the comments, oh yeah, well what about this and what about that? And he said this and she did that. And it's kind of like, well, okay. You know, these people are not fucking robots, they're not programs. You know, they're human beings. And they have multifacets to their fucking being. You know, we've all got multifacets. How many people? Here's the thing. One person came upon my video over on Odyssey and left a comment and said, huh, I would never listen to a person that looked like that. And I replied, lots of things like that. What sort of fucking idiots are there all over the globe? These cunts that judge books by their covers. You know, we learn this stuff when we're like 7 years old, don't we? Never judge a book by the cover. Give things and people and experiences the benefit of the doubt. Don't just like tear them to pieces before you've even fucking done it. It's like if you're going to go on holiday with your parents, oh, it's going to be boring, oh, fucking hell, blah, 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 blah. You don't know. You don't know. Unless, of course, you know, you've been 10 times and every single time it was boring, then you can have a, you know, good idea. But, you know, I ask people when they say they're bored or someone else is boring, I say, might it be you that's boring? And it's kind of like, oh, shock, horror. Now the finger has been turned upon themselves. And if you've got a relationship where someone says the other one's boring, I'll go, well, what do you bring to the relationship? What are you doing to stimulate it? What are you doing to stimulate him or her? You know, do you just want everything, you know, to be about you? And do you want fucking whistles, bells and flutes fucking sounding off all the time? What are you doing? Are you surprising your partner with dinners or outings or vacations, or are you thinking about it? You know, that's what I ask. But these sorts of questions are very shocking to people because they haven't really read it. And so, in relation to people being bored, well, I don't know what that emotion is. I've never been it. I've never ever been subject to it. I've never had that affliction. I've never been lonely and I've never been bored. And so when people speak about those things, I just think, well, you're boring. You've got to be boring. You've got to be an idiot. If you can't think of a billion things to entertain yourself, educate yourself, go out into the world and fucking learn stuff and just observe the world, what's going on. You know, look, if for instance you decided that you want to forage natural foods, a whole new world opens up to you that you didn't know existed. If you want to start studying the planets and the stars, a whole new world opens up. And it's with anything. If you start to hone in on something, then it's like the Mandelbrot thing. It's like fractals. Things just keep opening and opening and opening and opening. There is never any end. These things are infinite. And so if anybody's bored, then they've got a serious defect with their intellect and their consciousness. Now, how many people, for instance, I mean, people would say about Jordan Peterson, oh, I can't stand the way he sounds, or he's angry, or whatever. We all fucking, you know, have got things that you can pick fault on, but is there anything there that's beneficial? And if there is, why can't you oversee, oh, well, he sounds like Kermit the Frog. Well, okay, what of it? Just imagine it's Kermit then imparting all this fucking information to you. You know, there's so many idiots. Their silly little frail, fragile, pathetic egos get in the way of them living a life and them doing anything, really. They'll never do anything because their stupid, freaking idiot ego closes everything down. Because they're just forming opinions. Because their stupid little ego goes, oh, that's rubbish. Oh, he's stupid with hair like that. Nothing possibly could come good out of him. What could he say that I'm going to be interested in with hair like that? Why couldn't this person say, well, interesting hair. He might be an interesting person. Why couldn't he say that? Because he was a fucking idiot. That's why. So, people throwing the baby out with the bathwater happens a trillion times a day all over the world. And that's why people can't evolve. And even if there's something that someone don't like about someone, they don't ask themselves, why don't I like that about this person? Because invariably all we're ever doing is projecting, isn't it? If we don't like something from someone, the chances are it's something that we don't like about ourselves. It's a part of our shadow. Or it's something that reminds us of somebody that we really used to fucking detest. And it's kind of like, oh, fucking reminds me of that plonker. Yeah, so things may be difficult, but you got to weigh up the balance of things, people. That's what we have to do. Because otherwise, all we're doing is being self-destructive. Now, when I'm putting these videos up about entheogens and Jesus, as usual, you know, extremely low involvement, extremely low appreciation, and you know, if people they get the face like that, me, talking about my Jesus. Yeah, I'm talking about you, motherfucker. I'm going to tie you to a fucking tree and you're going to be first in line for the meteorite shower. And I'm going to fucking laugh hysterically when you get pummeled with red hot flaming boulders. Fucking knobhead. Why don't people just look and listen with reasoning and intelligence and ask themselves, what's this person saying? Ah, okay, so this person, in this instance, the awakened brain, is speaking to AI and speaking about the similes between the entheogenic experience and what Jesus was saying. And I'm saying that I have got exactly the same from entheogens that I've ever listened to or read in his so-called words, whatever he's supposed to have said. All these fucking, you know, all he's doing is just bringing you attention to human attributes, for fuck's sake. By the way, you know, you probably feel guilty if you start fucking, you know, doing stuff that you shouldn't really be doing in society. If you start nicking, if you start pedoing other people's kids, you know, the chance that it's going to come back on you is karma. Right, so Jesus will just bring them to the attention of people, these sorts of things. And by the way, you know, if you get really peaceful and, you know, quiet, then you'll find this beautiful heaven-like place within your body and your mind. And so Jesus said, heaven isn't anywhere. Heaven is a state of consciousness. And how many people just reject that because they're stupid and indoctrinated and got brains of gnats? There's no hope for the vast majority of people. And how many people on this channel even that have been watching me for years can look at the video and go, fuck, yeah, wow, that really is quite something. That really is quite something. So it could even be that Jesus never really even existed. He didn't need to have existed, people. Most certainly not the Son of God, the only Son of God, any more than anybody else is. Just all bollocks that's been contrived. But if you just listen, oh, be kind, oh, be meek, oh, be humble, you can be like that if you want to settle your heart. And forgive everybody that's doing this. Forgive all the government, forgive all the Illuminati, forgive anyone that's doing anything. You just forgive them. And you just fucking pull your fucking sock down over your eyes so you don't see anything. And in actual fact, you're like these three wise monkeys. You see no evil, you speak no evil, and you hear no evil. Well, if you do that, yeah, you're going to live a life of peace. Because you're completely fucking ignorant. It is possible, it is doable. But who wants that? Who is going to not want to see the evil all around them? Does not want to make provisions to protect themselves? In this day and age, in all ages, we've had to make provisions to protect ourselves. And when we're making provisions to protect ourselves, we exit the kingdom of God. We just do. Because we're full on in the ego. And we're thinking about all the machinations that they're trying to do towards us. And then we start doing machinations of our own to counteract their machinations. And before you know it, it's ego. From the second you wake up to the second you fall asleep. And even in your dream, it's ego. They come to get me. Well, yeah. I mean, that's the whole Darwinian survival of the fittest thing. It's a dog-eat-dog world. That's the condition and state of the human being. But in my book, I speak about there is a place. There is a heaven that you can enter. I've been there. How did I enter it? By just eradicating all of the other stuff that I don't need to carry the weight of. By being financially stable. by renting a little place in a tiny little town and just walking around all day under the sun, feeling the bliss, meditating several hours a day, and just not allowing anything to infiltrate my mind. Then you're in the kingdom of God. I know what the kingdom of God is. I know exactly what the kingdom of God is. I've been there 1,000 fucking times. How practical is it to be in the kingdom of God? Not very practical at all. Because even if you're in the kingdom of God all day long, and then you look in your fridge and you've got no food, oh fucking hell, you've got to go to the supermarket. And then you're going to encounter cunts all the fucking way there and all the way back. They're just going to take you instantly out of the kingdom of God. Unless every single second of the journey you go, oh, forgive them, Lord, they know not what they do. Oh, forgive them. Oh, it's not their fault. Oh, they're all beautiful people. Oh, they're all light beings. Oh, God, no. Stop. Reality check. No, they're a bunch of cunts. They're actually a bunch of cunts. A bunch of fucking retarded idiots. And if you want it all fluffy and you just want to deny the reality, then okay, you can walk around in your own little silly fucking bubble, and yeah, you can have an element of peace which you could consider to be the kingdom of God. But it's delusion, people. And that's the whole thing about faith. It's about hoping and believing and just really wanting it to be true. Well, the fact of it is, it isn't fucking true. It's just a hope, a dream, and a fucking fantasy. And the only time you're ever going to get this fucking peace if you fuck off into a forest, into a mountain or something, and you get away from all these turds. And then you don't have to fucking look at them anymore. And then you just live with the natural environment. But then, of course, you're going to be... you're going to be ostracizing yourself from some of the benefits of the idiots. Like some of these idiots, they're doctors and dentists, and we need them sometimes, don't we? Yeah. And so that's how it is, people. That's how it is, the kingdom of God. It's there if you want it, but it's not very practical.